Sana, sana, colita de rana. Si no sana hoy, sanará mañana. Hi, I'm aspiring investigator Anthony Chorizo, and today I'm going to be examining this famous Hispanic phrase. For years, parents have repeated this quote to their children to heal their injuries. But does this phrase actually have the power to heal? Or is it simply a placebo? I'm going to begin my investigation with Ramon Sanchez. He claims this phrase has saved him numerous times. Thank you for doing this interview with me, Ramon. To start off, can you explain to me the first time you experienced this phenomenon?
Yeah, I was about 5 years old. I was running inside the house. I tripped and scraped my knee. Next thing I know, my mom's rubbing my knee and then says, "Sana, sana, colita de rana. Si no sana hoy, sanará mañana."
And what happened after that?
Well, the pain stopped.
And you think the phrase is what helped you?
After she said that, it was as if nothing ever happened.
Interesting. So now that you're an adult, what do you do when you get injured?
I actually go to this lady named Veronica. She specializes in sana, sana, colita de rana.
I guess I have to give this Veronica a visit.
Well, she only takes appointments, so you would have to call her and make an appointment first.
That's not what I meant. Thanks to Ramon's tip, I decided I needed to investigate Veronica. Apparently, she is known as the local healer in her community. But how does someone with no record of attending medical school cure people? We just arrived to Veronica's residence. Hopefully, she'll be willing to speak with us. Hi, I'm Anthony Chorizo. I'm with the ABCDF network, and I'm doing an investigative story. I was wondering if I could ask you a couple questions.
About what?
About a certain phrase that you're known for.
Sana, sana, colita de rana?
Yes, would you be willing to sit down for an interview?
No, no quiero entrevistas, no hago preguntas, no nada. Bye.
It looks like we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Since Veronica is unwilling to speak with me, I decided to put up posters around her neighborhood in a search for leads. About 30 minutes passed when I got a call. A person who I'm going to name Joe claims they're a client of Veronica. For his safety, he asked for his identity to be hidden. So, Joe, how long have you been going to Veronica?
About 4 years.
What exactly do you go to her for?
For everything. If I'm ever in any pain, she always heals me.
And you're not concerned that she doesn't have a medical license?
Not really. If she heals me, then who cares?
Don't you think it's a little strange that just by her saying a phrase, it heals you?
I mean, at first I did find it strange, but it works for me. She even healed my broken heart by saying that.
Is Joe telling the truth? I find it hard to believe Veronica is healing her patients with only a simple phrase. So I installed a hidden microphone on her window to see if I could hear what else is happening. I was able to capture audio from one of her patients. This is what I recorded.
So, how can I help you today?
I was in a real bad accident and now I'm paralyzed from the waist down. I was hoping you can help me out.
Oh, yes, of course. Just give me a second. Okay, let's start. Sana, sana, colita de rana. Si no sana hoy, sanará mañana. Okay, all done.
What do you mean? How are you done?
Try standing up.
Standing up? Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. I can walk again.
How is it possible this man went from being paralyzed to jumping high enough for the NBA? I needed to speak with a medical professional. Dr. Jimenez, thank you for taking this interview with me. I guess I'll start by saying, is it possible for words to heal someone?
Short answer is no.
What is the long answer?
The long answer is absolutely not.
Interesting. I'm doing an investigation on a popular Hispanic phrase that people claim has healing powers. The phrase goes like this: Sana, sana,
Colita de rana. Si no sana hoy, sanará mañana. Yes.
I take it you've heard this phrase before?
Of course, I grew up hearing it.
So with your professional medical background, can you give me insight into why people may think this phrase heals?
Because it does.
I'm sorry, what?
That phrase heals people.
So, do you apply that phrase in your medical practice?
Oh no, I can't do that. Only Hispanic mothers have the power to heal with those words.
I see. Well, thank you, Dr. Jimenez. I think you've helped me enough. My investigation so far has led me to believe the phrase may in fact have healing power, but I still wanted to hear from the source. Okay, Veronica, quit with all the games. How are you really healing these people? Are you a witch?
No. Yo no soy una bruja.
If you're not a witch, then how are you healing these people with a simple phrase?
I don't.
I saw you make a paralyzed man walk again. That is clearly the work of black magic.
He was never paralyzed. Él está medio loco.
Wait, so you're telling me that you didn't actually heal him?
No, eso es imposible. Sana Colita de Rana doesn't actually heal you. It makes you think that you feel better.
And there it is, the truth I have been searching for. I can now confirm that this famous Hispanic phrase cannot actually heal. It is simply a placebo. Hispanic mothers have fooled us for centuries into thinking they possess some magical healing powers, when in fact they are no more than con artists. My name is Anthony Chorizo, and this concludes my investigation.
Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, make sure you give it a big like, and a huge shout out to Threadbeast for sponsoring today's video.
Threadbeast is a men's clothing subscription company that sends the latest streetwear to your house every single month. So if you guys are busy or lazy like us, then Threadbeast is perfect for you. This is what they sent to us in our first box. And when you guys sign up for Threadbeast, you do a quick survey telling them the type of clothing styles that you like. So whether you like darker colors, or if you like brighter colors, or you like skinny jeans, or if you don't like skinny jeans, whatever it is, they personalize the box just for you.
Threadbeast is also hooking you up with $50 extra of additional items on your first purchase when you use promo code CrazyGorilla50.
So if you guys don't like shopping, go check out Threadbeast. Let them do the shopping for you guys. Link is in the description. And with all that being said, click right here to check out behind the scenes. Click right here if you aren't subscribed yet. And with all that being said, we'll see you guys next week.
Mwah.
Hey, and if you guys are still watching right now, comment down below.
Sana.